High above modern Athens, like a stone ship sailing on the sea of history, rises a plateau that shaped the foundations of the Western world. This is not merely an archaeological site, this is the Acropolis. A place where myth meets mathematics, where the ambition of mortals reached divine proportions. On this hill, the ideas of democracy, philosophy, and beauty were given their physical form, and their echo, even now, 2.5 millennia later, resounds in the halls of power and art galleries across the planet. This is a story of stone and ideas, of glory, fall, and rebirth. The path to the sanctuary begins at its monumental threshold, the Propylaea. This is more than an entrance. It is an architectural overture, the work of the brilliant Nesicles, designed to prepare the visitor for the transition from the secular to the sacred. Its construction, which began in 437 BC, was a revolutionary undertaking. Nesicles daringly integrated two styles. On the exterior facade, powerful, austere Doric columns inspire a sense of awe. Within the passage, however, you are greeted by elegant, slender Ionic columns, creating a feeling of lightness and sophistication. The northern wing, known as the Pinakothek, served as the first public art gallery, a place for contemplation. The southern wing, however, was left asymmetrical and unfinished, a silent witness to the circumstances of history. The outbreak of the devastating Peloponnesian War halted the work, leaving Nesicles' vision forever incomplete, a powerful reminder that even the Golden Age of Athens had its limits. Passing through the Propylaea, the view opens to the pinnacle of human creation, the Parthenon. Born from the ashes of a temple destroyed by the Persians, this new monument, built by order of the statesman Pericles, was a symbol of the indestructible Athenian spirit. The architects Ictinus and Callicrates, under the artistic supervision of the sculptor Phidias, managed over 100,000 tons of the finest Pentelic marble. Each of the more than 13,000 stone blocks was carved with incredible precision and fitted together without the use of mortar, relying solely on the perfection of the joints and metal clamps. But the true genius of the Parthenon lies in what the eye doesn't see. This is a structure with not a single straight line. Knowing that the human eye perceives long, straight lines as slightly curved, the builders introduced a series of subtle optical corrections. The temple's base, the stylobate, is slightly convex in the center. The outer columns are tilted slightly inwards, while also being thicker in their central section, a technique known as entasis. If these lines were extended infinitely, they would converge at a height of 2.5 kilometers. All these anomalies are deliberate, designed to neutralize optical illusion and create the impression of absolute geometric perfection. The Parthenon is not perfect. It was built to look perfect. In the heart of this marble marvel, inside a dimly lit chamber, stood the greatest treasure of Athens, the colossal statue of Athena Parthenos. A work of Phidias himself, standing nearly 12 meters tall, it was chryselephantine, its body carved from precious ivory, while its garments, shield, and helmet were adorned with over 1,000 kilograms of pure gold. This gold, however, was not just decoration. It was designed to be removable and used as a state treasury in the event of war. The goddess wore an ornate helmet decorated with a sphinx and winged horses. On her chest, she bore the aegis with the head of Medusa. In her right hand, she held a figure of Nike, the goddess of victory, nearly 2 meters tall, as a symbol of Athenian power. Her left hand rested on a spear, while next to her stood an enormous shield, its exterior depicting the mythical battle with the Amazons. This lost masterpiece was the ultimate expression of the city's piety, artistry, and economic might. Opposite the mathematical order of the Parthenon stands its mystical counterpart, the Erechtheion. Its unique, asymmetrical form is no accident. It was erected on the most sacred ground of the Acropolis, the site of a primordial conflict between gods. According to myth, it was here that Athena and Poseidon competed for the patronage of the city. Here, one can still see the marks of Poseidon's trident in the rock, from which a spring of salt water emerged. Next to it grew the sacred olive tree, Athena's victorious gift. The Erechtheion, therefore, had to reconcile these two rival cults in a single structure. Its most famous feature is, without a doubt, the Porch of the Caryatids. 6 female figures, serving as supporting columns, exude strength and grace. They are not merely decoration, but represent the eternal guardians of this sacred place, bearing the weight of the temple with a dignity that defies time. The Acropolis is not just a collection of buildings. It is a living organism that breathed with its city. On its slopes, in the theater of Dionysus, tragedy was born. Through the centuries, the Parthenon has been a Christian church, dedicated to the Virgin Mary, and an Ottoman mosque with a minaret added. It survived earthquakes and plundering, but it suffered its greatest devastation in 1687. During a Venetian siege of Athens, a cannonball struck the Parthenon, which had been converted into a gunpowder magazine. The devastating explosion destroyed its roof and much of its interior. Today, as we look upon these noble ruins, we see not just the scars of destruction. We see a testament to incredible resilience. The Acropolis is a mirror of human history, our ability to create unparalleled beauty, but also our capacity for destruction. It is the aspiration for divine perfection, realized by human hands, and as such, it remains an eternal inspiration.